Hi and welcome back to Star Aspect Designs, where we believe good design should feel like a deep breath and of course turn a few heads while at it. Today we are touring a 3-bedroom modern house, and I must disclose this is a house that I've designed before. I've just tweaked it to make a modern feel out of it. It was previously like a classic take on it, and I'll give you an assignment to actually find out which particular design this is, because we've really tweaked it to now give it a modern touch. And the result, I must admit, is quite appealing to the eyes. This part here you see on the side is the living room and the dining room, and the living room is a bit higher than the rest of the house, so we're giving it a 1.5 volume just to make it have a grander feel. And then back here we have the dining area and then the kitchen yard. And the kitchen yard is where we have the gas cage and the Dobby sink as per usual. I'm sure by now my subscribers know some signatures that are constant throughout all the designs. And then here we have one of the bedrooms with a corner window, and corner windows are actually a design feature that can be really appealing. But if you're also not a fan of corner windows, that can also be changed, but it gives a certain character to the house. And this house, for the modern feel, that corner window helps a lot. And then we are back to the front, where we now have the master bedroom. This here at the corner is the master bedroom, and that planter there can actually be a balcony, a terrace of sorts. So you have a door into the terrace, or you can actually just make it a planter as it appears right there. And then we're back to the front of the house, where you now have your entry porch and your front door. So this is the entrance, and I always advocate for that indoor-outdoor environment. So now let's have a look at the plan. This here is a plan with a few dimensions, so you can take your time and pause it just to study as we go along. Alright, so here you now have the house itself. I normally design it, I design all my do I call them houses? Yeah, all my houses in this program called ArchiCAD, and it actually helps when now you want to appreciate the 360 view of what is happening. Like for this house, I wanted to take you through the roof. Now you see this section here is the area I was talking about, which is the lounge, which is at a 1.5 volume. So the normal 3 meters plus another 1.5, so it's a total of around 4.5. And that actually gives this house that much of a grander appeal, and it gives it character still. And then to the other areas, then you have the butterfly kind of roof. And as I took you through it before, construction of a butterfly roof has to be really precise, otherwise you'll have cases of leakages and all that. It's normally preferred that when you do such a low pitch roof, you just do it with one sheet. And normally a sheet can go up to 9 to 12 meters. You can also research this roofing sheets called Surflock. They can go even larger than 12 meters, but of course at a cost. Everything has to have a concession. And then you have a concrete gutter in the middle there, running all the way. So back to the house itself. So you can see this house, it kind of gives a nod to tradition with like a little wink of modern mischief. So when you enter through the house, the classic charm is still there, but then the modern appeal still works. I'll just take you through the plan. Let's start from out here. So you can see this is the entry point, and you have your porch there. I always like planters. You can't go wrong with planting flowers, planting grass. Just embrace nature in all your designs, all your homes. Okay, so this here is a 3D plan of the house. So as I mentioned, this is a classic charmer from the interior. It brings about that timeless design. I'll take you through the floor. And it's a very thoughtful floor with just the right amount of, grandma would approve energy, because it has a traditional floor of spaces. You have a privacy gradient within the design. So I'll just take you through. So once you enter, of course, this is the front porch and this is the entry point. So once you enter, then you have a foyer right there. And if you are a subscriber of mine, you know a foyer is very crucial to a home, because you just don't want to enter right into the sitting room. Of course, when the aim is to reduce the space as much as possible, then you can eliminate the foyer. But if you do have the space, it's important to include it, because at the foyer, that's where you distribute your spaces now. Because from the foyer, you can then have your cloakroom. This is the cloakroom right here for your guests. And then you enter into the house. And as you enter through the house, then you have your lounge there. And this space, actually, from the foyer to the lounge, that space is what has that 1.5 height that I was talking about. And then there you have your dining area with your kitchen, open kitchen that faces the dining area with a small pantry there. And then as I was speaking about the privacy gradient, you can see a demarcation right there. So these are the more, I don't want to say public, but the words escape me, but definitely it's for guests and the livers in the home. And then once you pass this corridor here, then the privacy increases. Then that's where you have your bedrooms. Then you have your master here, bedroom number 1 there, and bedroom number 2 there. So this is a total of 3 bedrooms, and the 2 bedrooms share 1 bathroom there, and the master, of course, is en suite with a walk-in closet right there. So for this house, it's a total of 175 square meters. And please note, when I talk about the square meters, I'm talking about the plinth area. And by plinth area, I mean that it is the area enclosed by walls. So that area does not include the kitchen garden there, the kitchen yard there, and it does not include this front porch here. So it's just the area enclosed by walls, interior, the plinth area. That's the term that is used. So to the individual spaces, like the foyer here, You can design it however you like, but that's the entry point there, where you enter, leave your shoes, leave your bags, and then this here is the sitting room. Then the sitting room, it's just the ordinary, where you can fit a 3-seater there, a 3-seater there, you can fit a 2-seater there, or even 2 armchairs. It's a matter of preference. And then here you have your dining area, and your dining area, I always want to have a sink that serves that dining area, because you also don't want to go all the way back to the cloakroom when you're having a meal at that table. And then close to the dining area you have the kitchen. And the kitchen, the beauty about this design is, if you embrace the modern lifestyle of the openness, you can have it open. But if you have that traditional mindset, and it's not a bad thing to have, it's just a matter of preference, you can also just close it and have a door into the kitchen so that it becomes a closed kitchen. But otherwise, that is how it looks like. You can have a breakfast counter there, counter space, you have your cooker there, your fridge there, and your sink there. So in the design, sometimes the gas cooker normally has a direct line to the gas gauge, but in areas like this where that can't be achieved, then that piping will be done within the slab, and then it will get onto this gas gauge out here, because I never advocate for you to have a gas cylinder within your kitchen. So that has to be defined very well before construction starts. And then of course you maintain your triangular workflow in the kitchen. I always talk about this: cooker, fridge, sink, and vice versa. And I like this setup here where the fridge is, because then it gives you this tall cabinet where you can use to store very many things. The beauty about the tall cabinet is that it's tall, so you have the height, and it's deep, so it can store a lot of things. And in addition, you have this pantry, and the pantry you can have, that's where you can put maybe your standalone, your chest freezer, and also have shelves for more storage. Then let's get back here. So this is where now the privacy gradient increases. So these are the more private areas of the house, and as I stated, that's where you enter into the master bedroom. And the master bedroom is quite elaborate with plenty of closet space, and then the main bed space, and then there you have your bathroom, master ensuite. So the master is quite spacious, I must say, with plenty of storage space. So if that's your cup of tea, this is your design. And then I decided to create nooks within this house, where of course in the kitchen you have where the fridge is, and then on this other side you can have a laundry area where you can put your washing machine, and then that can be your ironing counter, and you can hang your clothes wherever. So when you don't have space for an elaborate laundry area within your kitchen or outside your kitchen, those are some of the remedies you can take up. And then finally, these are the 2 bedrooms. This bedroom here, it can have 2 4x6 beds, and then this other bedroom with a beautiful window seat right there. So your bedroom arrangement is all about your preferences, and the beauty about design, you have a full canvas to work with, and Pinterest is your friend. You can get very many ideas from there. And then they share this 1 bathroom there. So that is the house. So that's the house in totality. And as I said in the beginning, this is a modification of a house that I did before. I would like to know those die-hard fans who would identify which plan it was, because there's a few modifications that have happened here and there, and of course the exterior has changed completely. So I think have a look, and then I will let you know which video it is, which design it is that we have modified to have this modern tech. So that brings us to the end of this tour, and a simple reminder: building your dream home doesn't have to start with a massive budget. Just smart choices, thoughtful design, and of course lazima ujipange. You can't just start. You have to do your research. You have to save your monies and all that. So if something in this design spoke to you, maybe the layout, maybe the finishes, or just that feeling it gave, we'd like to hear your thoughts in the comments, because as you know, every idea starts with a conversation. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course share, because I believe this can be a nudge for that friend who keeps on saying next year nitajenga. Well, next year is already here, so give them the push. Thanks for watching, na kama kawaida, live large.